Hey guys, it's Mexican Sushi here, and as you can see in your top left hand corner of the screen, I will no longer go as Mexican Sushi in my commentaries. I will go as El Flude, although my gamertag will still remain Mexican Sushi because I am cheap and cannot afford to get a new gamertag. That's a lie, I just do not want to change it for the time being. Anyway, right here, little host migration for whatever reason, and before I start saying my words, this is a little fail right here. It takes me like 6 times to kill this guy. And this game, there was kind of lag like halfway through it, where I would shoot a guy in the head, and about half a second later, it would give me the kill. And I kind of use this to my advantage and or disadvantage, because at some points I would shoot it and shoot what I thought was in the head and then turn around to leave, and the guy shoots me and kills me. So that was kind of my fault, and that you'll see that a couple times throughout the game. Anyway, I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. I'm 13 years old. I go to one of the most fun and entertaining schools in Ohio. And my favorite, well, I'm like really into sports. I play football, baseball, and I'm a kickboxer. And I train with Mickey Skidova. You guys might know him, you might not. He was a USA champ a while back. Anyway, my favorite football team is the Cleveland Browns. I know they suck. Do not give me hate mail or hate comments on that, because you're all Squealer fans. And my favorite basketball team is the Boston Celtics. My favorite baseball team is the Boston Red Sox. Although I'm a Browns fan, which is how I was raised, I'm also a Boston man. I just love the city of Boston for all their sports, except for football, because I really hate the Patriots head coach. Anyway, my favorite college football team is the Texas Longhorns. Favorite college basketball team is Duke. Call me a fair weather fan, I don't care. But all I can say is I hate the Miami Heat. What I don't understand, this is kind of stupid comment about the Longhorns. How can they go to the national championship one year, then go 5-7 the next year and miss a bowl game? That's just plain outrageous. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you a little story about sorry for the little pause there. I don't know what happened. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you a little story about when I was at a Cavs game. Okay, so I was around 9-10 years old, and I played for this basketball league that got you discount tickets for Cleveland Cavaliers games. And the special part about it was after the game you got to go down on the court and shoot a free throw. So that's pretty much the only reason why my parents got tickets, so I could have that experience. So we get to the game, we watch the game and all that, and my parents just want to leave because they figure it's going to be a long line and it's a school night. But I refuse to let them make me leave. So what I end up doing is crying and whining and throwing a little fit up and down the stadium. So my parents actually decide to let me stay. So we get, after the game, we're walking around for 2.5 hours. That's not an over-exaggeration. That's real time. 2.5 hours. We were walking around the stadium trying to find the line where we get in line to shoot the free throw. And turns out the line was in the loges. And So once we finally got there, we found out it was going to be another 2 hours for me to shoot my free throw. My parents were like, forget it. So again, I cried and whined, but one of the workers there actually offered us some free hot dogs and free tickets to a new hockey team at the time called the Lake Erie Monsters. So my parents are like, okay, fine, we'll stay. So we stay, and I get down to the court to shoot my free throw. I'm all happy and all that, and I decide I'm going to be Mr. Cool Pants and do a fadeaway when I shoot my free throw. Not to mention, I had no skill with my left hand whatsoever, so I decided to shoot it with my left hand as well. Don't ask me why. I just don't know. And anyway, then I got down to the court, and after I put on my cool pants, I do a fadeaway and shoot it with my left hand, and as I expected, I came up well short. And the funny thing is, I hit one of the moon dogs, or, well, that's what their mascots were called back then. I don't know if that's what they're called now, but I hit one of them in the back of the head. The dude came over yelling at me, and I was just kind of had a blank expression on my face, and then until he was done yelling at me. After he was done yelling at me, you would expect that I would cry, but I actually busted out laughing at the fact that I just hit a 40-year-old dude in the back of the head wearing a dog costume. I thought that was just plain hilarious. And so my parents actually yelled at the guy back. So we ended up getting asked to leave, but I got my free throw, so I was happy. And on the way home, we were laughing about it the whole time. We didn't get home till around 1 in the morning. No, more like 2 in the morning, because, as I told you earlier, it was a school night. So yeah, that was just terrible. Okay, well, yeah, there's my story, and I'm going to have those periodically throughout my commentaries, maybe in one but not another, as I fail right there. And so yeah, that'll be like a little aspect to my commentaries. Another little thing I'm going to have to make my commentaries unusual is have a little funny saying or quote from someone at the end of my commentaries, as I had one in the first episode of Forger's Map Museum. You heard at the end, it said, "Death is hereditary." And I'm going to have another one kind of like that at the end of this commentary in about, okay. Right now I'm just going to ramble on a little bit. My inspirations for becoming a commentator were by Only Use Me Blade, Hutch, and one of my good friends that actually lives in the same town as me, who is also a commentator. His channel is CK1 Production, so you should go out and subscribe to him too. He's a great commentator. And as we're wrapping up the game here, we end up coming kind of close, I think, and